100.7 WZLX, Carter Allen here hanging out with Dan Aykroyd in the studio. Hi, Dan.
Hey, thanks for emceeing our show at the House of Blues.
Yeah.
You did a great job, and didn't they do great?
Oh, what a night. Jake Giles Band opening the House of Blues. Tremendous.
I never thought that I would ever see them play live again because, they don't play unless it's a very special occasion. And it was just wonderful to see them.
The cool thing was there was a lot of kids in the audience, too. You could tell that folks brought their kids because they never had a chance to see Jake Giles Band.
And you know what? It's going to pass that music on to that generation, and you'll have all kinds of harp players and guitar players and organ players going, hey, this is the stuff I should be learning.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
So anyway, you kept me up way too late there at the House of Blues last night. So,
that's what we do.
And you've been working the radio thing pretty hard this morning.
Well, I just want to let everybody in New England know that we're here. We're finally in Fenway. I've worked for 10 years to make sure that we brought a House of Blues back to Boston. And, finally we're at the point now where we have the venue, and it's probably the greatest location of a House of Blues anywhere. And it's the largest House of Blues in the company. And New England and Boston, perfect for it because you've got a sophisticated audience, loves music. You've got the student population here. A lot of music has come out of Boston, so it's an artistic town. And we're going to provide great music coming up. I urge people not to miss the Tom Jones Show. Now, we associate him with...
It's not unusual.
And Delilah, but he carries with him one of the greatest soul and R&B sections you've ever heard in your life. And he does a great soul and R&B show, and he is fantastic. And Flogging Molly, the Pogues.
Well, I'm going to B.B. King and Buddy Guy.
George Clinton and Funkadelic all coming, so it's going to be an amazing night.
So how many House of Blues are there, actually?
There's 13 of them. Uh-huh. 2 of them are basically licensed franchises, and the rest are under the corporate governance of Live Nation, the big concert company that bought us in 2006.
A lot of people still wonder, why did the Cambridge one ever close? I mean, that place was funky. It was just great in Harvard Square.
The problem was that because of the price of talent and the fact that we could only charge so many admissions, it never was a moneymaker. It was always a break-even to loss leader. But what it did provide for us was our laboratory. We tested our menu there. We tested the design. We tested the concept of the music, the sales, the marketing, the whole physical structure of the place, the visual folk art, and it provided us the template to build bigger ones. And it just never made money.
Yeah. Well, now you're going to be last night was I guess you call it the grand opening, but you're officially opening it with the Blues Brothers. Jim, you're going to be in town tomorrow, hanging out, doing the show.
Saturday, we have a gospel choir opening the show. Then we have Ronnie Earl and the Broadcasters, another great New England band that you don't see too often. So again, great night of guitar slinging. And then the Blues Brothers Formal Classic Review with my evil twin Elwood and Brother Z, the Albanian Illinois alpha male, who is the blood brother of Jake Blues. Yes. And then our amazing Texas-California section that we travel with now. And Paul Schaefer, James Montgomery, Skunk Baxter, and our featured show star, original soul man Sam Moore, will be also on stage with us.
It's good you got a big stage.
It's I like that because we do move around in our shows. It's pretty much nonstop aerobics, as you'll see.
Dan Aykroyd in the studio here at ZLX. I would like to play something here. One of my favorite raps that you ever did was in the Blues Brothers movie, where you introduce Everybody Needs Somebody to Love with the Illinois State Police and all those guys around closing in. Mind if I play this, and we'll come right back?
Hey, everybody needs something. Sure.
All right, Blues Brothers, Dan Aykroyd here on ZLX. Cool. This is Jack Lawrence.
Hi, Jack.
Nice to meet you, Dan. How are you?
Nice to see you. Oh, my hometown.
Chris, want to deface one of these too?
Just to ZLX? Or?
I've got the greatest hits video from Saturday Night Live.
You want that sign?
All right, one last one, and then we'll... 100.7 WZLX, and from the Blues Brothers movie here, Everybody Needs Somebody to Love. Dan Aykroyd in the studio, man. You must have had such a great time shooting that movie.
It was, I guess, people ask me what movie I had the most fun working on, and I would have to say that, because we got to do everything a performer could dream of. We got to act, we got to sing, we got to dance, we got to wreck cars.
A lot of cars.
Anti-romance scenes. I mean, we got to be anti-heroes and villains, and it was great.
I loved it, the way that you sent up the entire chase scene, where you wrecked so many Chicago police cars.
It looked like more we did. We bought 70 of them, and then we would wreck them, and then we would recycle them. So at any one time, there was always 30 that were in the body shop.
Right. And the other thing that was cool was, now in the Blues Brothers, you brought to John, from what I understand, the interest in the blues. John was into different kind of music.
He was into heavy metal. He knew about blues. He was into heavy metal and that and crunch music, and he loved punk music. He loved Fear and those bands, which were just on the cusp there when we were doing the Blues Brothers. Yeah, but when he came up to Toronto, 2 years prior to SNL is when we concocted the idea for the Blues Brothers, and our first backup band when we got to New York was Willie Nelson. Yeah.
And the cool thing about the movie, too, is that you got a chance to really interact with those stars. I mean, you had Aretha Franklin there, that great dance scene. The Ray Charles, I'll never forget, shooting at the kid,
Yeah.
Tremendous.
Ray was great. He was a perfectionist, a great performer, and, just a massive genius and a good friend.
Was it hard to get them involved? Because did they know of you?
I think it was an appeal by really Landis as the director to each one of their respective managements that got us in the door.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So you've done so many movies. You've done over 60 movies. Anything coming up? Anything you're working on now?
I'm actually on the back end of that career. I had 30 years, fantastic. It'd be like saying to Gordie Howe, "Go play more hockey." I'm not going to play more hockey. In order for me to do a movie now, it would have to be a star in the caliber of a Will Ferrell or a Sandler or a Spielberg to get me out the door. It would have to be a triple A rated movie with an accredited distributor and director. I'm not going to go out and do the independent work anymore. I'm in the wine business, and I also have a vodka, which the Aykroyd family manufactures. It's called Crystal Head Vodka. It is the #1 premium selling brand in the country now, and we are going to be across the country nationally, and it's a stripped vodka. There's no chemicals added, and people are digging it. So basically that and House of Blues and the concert business with Jimmy, I'm sort of doing new things, and with this spirits and wine business, I feel like I'm back at SNL. I feel like I'm started a career over,
right?
And I feel youthened, and I feel invigorated, and I've done a completely lateral shift in career, and I'm very, very happy.
Because I suppose you could think that you've done everything because you've done so much.
Well, recording, broadcasting, records, everything, and now I'm moving on to where you can actually buy a product that I have made and I have touched with my hand, and I can hand you. And so with my wines, I'll be at Yankee Spirits. I'll be up in New Hampshire there also next week. I can give you a product with my name on it that you can actually touch.
Right.
A movie or a DVD. I guess you can buy a DVD in that, or movies you see with your eyeballs. But with the wine and the vodka, you can actually touch it and drink it and experience it and know that it comes from me with affection and with a sense of quality.
I've been looking for a no chemical vodka. I'll have to check it out.
You'll like it. It's called Crystal Head. It comes in a glass skull.
And one last thing, I know we got to let you go. How in your movie career you have ended up with the most beautiful women in the world? Jamie Lee Curtis, that must be a great memory for you.
Well, of course, I'd love to relive that day right now.
Well,
when we shot in the bedroom scene. But no, she is like a sister I never had, a wonderful lady. And what's wonderful about Jamie is that she respects the crews. She respects everybody on the set. And she's a she goes through life with equanimity at everybody, and that's a wonderful thing.
And Donna Dixon, your lovely wife.
I hope that she joins me tomorrow. She's supposed to come in, leaving the children behind for a weekend of fun.
Awesome. Well, so tomorrow night, House of Blues.
Yep.
The Blues Brothers on stage.
We're Ronnie Earl and the Broadcasters opening. James Montgomery also joining us. It's going to be great.
Yeah, I host a Sunday Morning Blues here on WZLX, and Ronnie Earl is one of our favorites. And so I urge everybody to get there early. So you can see Ronnie. What a great guitar player. A lot of people.
And you don't see him that often. He's like Jay. This is a rare appearance, and I encourage parents out there. If you've got young guitar slingers, come, because I have two of the best in my. I got Johnny Lee Shell and I got J.J. Holiday in my band, and they're awesome. So young guitar slingers, come on and see these shows.
And if you can't, don't forget, down the road, plenty of bookings for the House of Blues, B.B. King and Buddy Guy on Sunday. Just and then, man, from there and there, and I hope it's for years and years and years.
And don't miss the Tom Jones show. You'll be very surprised. This is an artist who has an immense amount of breadth, more than you would think from just his hits.
Dan Aykroyd, thank you very much.
All right, thanks a lot for your help.
Thanks for coming to WZLX.
You bet.